Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to take a look at the pp01b Nemesis Leader from Igear Toys. This is the Nemesis Prime. Let's see. So, quick look at the packaging. You got the, Nemesis Prime face here. Little quote text from the live-action movie. And then up at the top, the freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Nemesis Leader. There's a picture of the Nemesis Leader. We are here, we are waiting. Nemesis Leader and Nemesis Leader. Back box has a few scuff marks on it. I ended up so a couple weeks ago, after I found out about that situation with the dog, I ended up getting really drunk that night. So in my drunken stupor, I was on eBay, and next thing I know, I ended up with a new Faith Leader and two Nemesis Leaders. So I actually already sold one. I haven't decided if I actually want to keep this one or not. So if anybody's interested in it, let me know. JohnGaringer@gmail.com. Send me offers or whatever. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't decided yet if I want to keep them or not. There are many other things I want with my money than this, but I'm not upset with my purchase. So let's get right into it. So we're gonna open him up. I've already opened him up. He's really easy to get back in the box. So one of the few that I don't mind taking out of box on camera. So here he is. Just got an extra gun here. Pulling this out. Excuse me. This one had these little Autobot and Decepticon decals. They are plastic. There's nothing much to them. They're just little hard plastic decals, which is pretty cool. I suppose you could just glue it on if you wanted to. I had just done the repro labels. We got the instruction booklet here and the little collector card. Alright. So, here is the Nemesis Leader. And he's got some accessories we'll get out here. We already looked at the Faith Leader one a while ago, and I wasn't very impressed with him. And my new one that I got, Faith Leader, that is, I'm also not very impressed with. I actually, due to quality control issues with this particular one, I ended up actually having to glue him basically into robot mode, so he'll never transform again, which is very unfortunate. So if you get any of these, just be wary of that. This one, on the other hand, is different. This one's got some pretty good quality control, and so did the other one I had, because I opened both of them up just to check them out. The quality control on these guys is actually pretty top notch. You can remember from my Faith Leader review, this piece right here kept popping off, and these things are on there pretty good. The waist locks in pretty well. Not perfect, but it doesn't just fall apart. It just, the quality and the plastic feels a little bit better. It feels a little bit nicer. It's very unfortunate that they didn't use the quality control for this guy on the Faith Leader, because I would love to have the Optimus in this scale be perfect. But anyway, let's set him back. He comes with different accessories than the Faith Leader version I had. did. So the first thing he comes with, he's got this axe. Nice red translucent axe. It's got a swivel to it. And to put this on, I believe you just fold up the hand, and you want to come down here, and these things are just really tight to get into. So let's get a little screwdriver here. So open that up and push the hand in, and then close this up. See, this is one of those things that broke on the Faith Leader, but this one, it feels pretty sturdy. It's amazing, like how much of a difference on the quality control these guys have from one another. So now we'll just plug this axe in, and there you go. Pretty cool. Since he's Nemesis Prime, I would have preferred a sword myself, but you know, whatever. All right, so getting that out of the way, and then we can just there we go. And still, though, I do recommend trying to push it from the joint, not from this tab. So you push it from there, and you shouldn't have any problems with these things. All right. So the next thing he does come with his rifle. Now, these don't have any tabs to actually hold into the hands, which is really, really unfortunate. I wish that they would have designed something. So basically, you just got to fit the fingers around it and have him hold it. And he holds it fairly well. Not perfect. Not nearly as secure as I would have liked. So there's that. Definitely would, yeah, wish they would have fixed that. But he does hold it decently. He also comes with this one. And this is not, you can see the difference on the handle. This one's a flat handle for the hand, and this is a rounder handle. And this, you know, you could plug this into his hand just the same way. He holds this less, not nearly as good as the other handle, but it's not really designed for him. What this is designed for is, like, if you have Classics Prime here, you can just plug that into his hand and give him his rifle. That's what that's for. So he's got the two rifles. Then he's got a little mini Megatron gun. Somewhere the scope seems to have gone missing. Here we go. Alright, so this has got more of a gray finish than the metallic finish the Faith Leader had. Let me show you the Faith Leader one. As you can see, this one's all sorts of busted up. Even quality control on the gun is just horrible. But this is more of that silver color, and this is more gray finish. But you just extend the handle, and you can open his hand up. And just close his hand around on it. And there you go. Now he's holding Megatron. Again, it doesn't hold perfect, but it holds well enough, I guess. So yeah, you get a little mini MP Megatron. So if you buy your Apollyon and you got this guy, then you can just pretend that this is his transformed mode, since you can't transform him. Alright, now let's get on to the stupidest of the accessories. And this is the main reason why I absolutely hate individually posed hands. So this is alternate hands form. These I do not recommend using at all, because as soon as you move the fingers, you start moving them, and then so you see all the fingers, they're on these really weak clips, so they're all pretty easy to pop off. And that's really, really unfortunate, because these are very, very tiny. And I mean, I understand why they did it this way, but I would have preferred if they put a little pin inside each individual finger, but that would have been a lot to ask for. I gotta put these back on before I move on. Otherwise I will lose them. There we go. So, I mean, if you use these hands and you use like extreme caution, you'll probably be okay-ish, but I just honestly don't recommend using them at all. You don't need them. These hands, each finger has a opposability joint, just one hinge on each finger, and the thumb is on a ball joint. So he's got decent articulation to begin with. This is just a little overkill, and the little fingers just don't stay on. So I can't sit here and say, oh, this is a good option for you to use, when I honestly don't think it is. Do not do this. Now we're going to get into what I say is the best accessory. That being, he's got a different head. Now you can't use this for the transformation, but if you're just posing him in robot mode, you can see this is how he looks right now. Then we pop this off, and then this just pop right off. You plug this in, and now he's got the antenna that kind of go out, which is really awesome, because here's the original head. It just gives it a little bit more life, I think. Not that big of a difference, but for me it is. It's a noticeable one. Alright, let's get into posability on this guy. Head is on a ball joint, so side to side, up, down. Ball joint does pop off pretty easily, so just be wary of that. The mouth, there's the button on the back. You can push the mouse, and it does open, close. Shoulders, it's on a swivel, up and down, goes all the way around. Ratchets out. There's a ratchet here, and then there's also a you can see, like, this slides in and out to give him more posability. So that's pretty cool. Arms rotate. The smokestacks can move out of the way, so when you're moving it doesn't get hindered at all. And this is more Takara engineering than it is Igear engineering. They just downsized this thing. So when you move here, you can see all these pistons moving, which is pretty cool. He's got on this side, he's got a picture of Optimus there, a little keyboard. Hands can rotate all the way around. Well, maybe not all the way around. Okay. There's a hinge in it. Thumbs on a ball joint, and each finger has one point of articulation. This arm, he's got Megatron in there. The little keyboard. I'm going to see what Faith Leader has here. See if they're different. He's got blur on that side and cup on that side. Huh. Interesting. Oh, now that hatch won't close. See what I mean? The quality control on this one is just horrible, but you see I didn't have that same problem over here. Wow. This Faith Leader is just falling apart as I go. Alright, waist. Nice ratcheted swivel there. Due to transformation, he does have a little bit of an ab crunch, but you kind of break things up a little bit when you do that. Hips rotate up, down, the skirting moves out of the way. This comes all the way out to there. There is a thigh swivel. Excellent bend at the knee, and as you see more pistons and gears come out. Foot is on a ball joint, so good range of motion there. Toe pivots. And that's out. And then when you move the foot, you got some pistons back here that are rotating too. And then he also, if you open up this chest here, flip this piece up. Kind of hard to do. But in here you got your dead matrix. I'm trying to get this out here. There we go. And this little, it does open a little bit, but it's, you know, just like MP10's matrix, it's too small for his hands really. So you can kind of wedge it into his fingers, but it only kind of works. But that's a problem, and MP10 even has the same problem because the size of the matrix in the chest isn't big enough for the actual figure. Now I got this little Legends dude. Yeah, he can hold the matrix just fine. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so let's just set him off to the side. Alright, so fold that back up, close this back up. I'm not going to put the matrix back in because I don't think he needs one. And he doesn't, I don't think he's supposed to have one. Not Nemesis. Nova Prime maybe, but not Nemesis. Alright, let's get into transformation because we've already killed 18 minutes looking at accessories and such. So first thing you want to do is you got to have this head on. He won't transform with the other head, as I said. Then we're gonna flip the hands in. So flip the thumb down like so. Close up the fingers, and then just, I push on the hand to get it in there and lock that in. And you can see, you know, as I'm going, you know, I'm not having these issues where things are breaking like I did with the Faith Leader. And like I said, this is one of those really unfortunate things that, you know, Igear did such an excellent job with him, but failed with the second release of the Faith Leader. That's like, what's going on? You know, why couldn't they give us that for the Faith Leader? I think that would have... And I think because that it painted a really bad picture on the Nemesis Leader, but the quality control is actually pretty awesome on this guy, actually. So, split the waist here, like so. And then you want to pull this section here down and rotate the wheel assembly around like so. And like so. and that piece will just go up there. Then you come up here and pull this assembly here out. And this will come straight down. Little clearance issues going on here. Alright, so this will come down and plug into the front like so. You can you then open up this back panel here, and you want to flip the head around. These antenna will come straight down like so, and then you can just fold him in, and then this piece will snap back over his head. There we go, like so. Then we want to flip in the windows like so, and this will come up and that's going on. Now, so flip those up first, and then we'll close the windows. Like so. Then you can take the arm here, and this will rotate back, and this slides right in, and then you can just close that up like so. Do the same thing over here. Rotate the waist. Oh. Uh-oh. Alright, rotate the waist, put the arms back. Lesson learned. And then you want to push these little gas cans in, and this will rotate the feet up. Flip this little panel here up. You can lock the legs together. And this piece here will, let's see, how does this work? This piece will come up, and you can rotate this around like so. So up and around, and then that piece will then come down straight and plug in. Not really plug in, but kind of sit there. And this piece here will float back, flip back, and I did something wrong in the transformation. As you can see, he's a little off, but he'll still roll. Yeah, I did something wrong in there. I didn't line something up perfect, but it's good enough. You guys get the idea. Turns into the semi-truck. Really nice semi-truck. It's got the same problems that pp01 had, of it being clearly the front of a truck, the back of a truck, with the waist of a robot holding it together. It's not Igear's fault that that pp01 wasn't designed perfectly, like MP10. So if you're looking for the best MP Optimus of all time, MP10 is definitely the way to go. I mean, there's no question there. But if you're looking for something more for a larger classic scale, then this definitely is more up our speed. Tires have little pistons that move, so they do rotate or go up and down. They're actually rubber tires, which is nice. And a lot of people give rubber tires shit because they crack, and yeah, they'll crack. Rubber cracks. Something we deal with. Get over it. But yeah, he's pretty nice. So transform him back real quick. Push these in, unlock the legs to slide them down. Definitely utilize that, because otherwise you could do damage to the figure. That's one of the problems I had with the Faith Leader. Maybe that's why this one's not breaking on me, is because everything I've learned from the Faith Leader one, I'm taking over to this one, but I don't know. Open up the chest, flip this up, flip these down, get them out of the way, and then this gets a little funky in here, just because of the clearance issues. So you want to flip the head up first. Of course, it popped off again, and this will fold back and kind of lock into place back there. And of course now it just slides right in. It took me like 10 minutes to get the Faith Leader one together. Flip that up. Then this piece will flip around the other way, like so. And like so. Just like that. Pops the chest in. That'll snap in. These two will line up on the back here. Plug in like that. Close that all up. We're going to put the other head on since the head's already off. And of course one of the fingers is stuck now. And as you can see, I'm being pretty forceful with this guy now. And it's still not breaking. His finger got stuck in there, so that's something to watch out for. But anytime you have posable hands that have to go into a little slot, you have to watch the fingers. Alright, and there you go. He's back in robot mode. Let's do size comparisons real quick. There he is with the Legends class figure. So if you got Legends figures, this works pretty well. Here he is with the classic Seeker mold. And that works okay, not perfect though. Here he is with a Voyager and then a Leader class figure. Come on, Jetfire. So you can see, clearly, he's almost about the same height as the Jetfire, but the Jetfire's got so much more mass. He still looks a lot bigger. And then, Voyager looks pretty decent with him. Obviously, if you're scaling with Voyager Optimus, this would not work for you as Nemesis. Unless, of course, you're okay with having a Nemesis bigger than Optimus, which I kind of am. And then the last two, here he is with the Igear Seeker. As you can see, he's about a little more than a full head shorter. And that scale is just about perfect for him. I think that just works excellent. And of course I don't have the MP Grimlock anymore, so I can't show him off with that. But I do have my Leader class Megatron. You can see he's still physically bigger and more imposing than him, but as an Optimus, I think it works pretty well. So I think I've always been more of a fan of Megatron being a little bigger than Optimus, so I think this scale works pretty well. And then a friend of mine sent me their Bull's Fire Swoop because these guys still kind of work for this larger scale. And as you see, you know, definitely they're about the same size, so that works pretty well for my Dinobots. So the Grimlock would be a little bit bigger. So yeah, this works pretty well. I like him. As far as this figure goes, you know, quite frankly, you know, I'm astonished with the difference in quality control of the Nemesis and the version 2, which was supposed to be the fixed version of the Faith Leader. You know, I've got so many issues with him that he cannot transform ever again. You know, like now this panel here won't go back in, and it's like, what the hell? You know, this panel here snapped off. You can see all the broken pieces, so I had to glue this in. You know, I've just been like going through them and just gluing pieces together, and it's like, and my last Faith Leader was kind of the same. You know, he had lots of quality control issues, and I was very disappointed. I ended up giving him like I think a 2 or a 3. But this guy is completely different, a whole nother world. The quality control on this guy is pretty top notch. And like I said, I had 2 of them, and they were both really awesome figures, and they were from different eBay sellers. So it's not like one guy had 2 really good products and he was selling them and I grabbed both of them. No, they were 2 separate people that was selling Nemesis Primes at the same time. And I got them for the same price. I really lowballed a best offer on them. And I was like, they'll never say yes to this, and they did. But anyway, my videos are getting really long with some of these figures. But anyway, this guy is just awesome. He's great. I can't sit here and think of many issues with him. I mean, yeah, he's got a few small issues that I pointed out as I was going, but overall, he's a pretty top-notch figure. And then I've got because the version 2. The second version of the Faith Leader came with the cape, I can give him a cape too. I don't know where little clips went, but I'll find those. But yeah, this guy is pretty awesome. I have to say, I really like him. He's fun to mess with, and he's fun to transform. I like the new head sculpt. I recommend him, and I don't just recommend him for large classics. I mean, if you've got an MP scale going on, you know, maybe pick him up. Yeah, he'll be a little bit smaller than your regular your MP10, but he's a different sculpt. And I'm all about getting different sculpts for different characters. So while I like my Faith Leader, I think, you know, he might end up getting replaced at some point as soon as I find something better. And the last time I talked about Faith Leader, it was I was sitting there saying, I should get Orion again, and I finally got Orion again, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy sucks with the transformation. But anyway, back to this guy. I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's got a, you know, like I pointed out, he's got a few small issues, mostly with holding things. But overall, this guy is awesome. And if Igear would have put their Faith Leader out like this, I would have been thoroughly impressed. At this point, I'm actually debating on going on eBay and trying to track down the Evil Leader, or maybe even the Faith Leader 1.0, and see if I can get the original version, because I like this head so much, and it just sets him apart from, you know, the straight up and down antenna like he has. I really like it. Anyway, so there you go. There's the Nemesis Leader. Like I said, I haven't decided if I'm going to keep him or not. I'm leaning more towards keep him, because I'm really liking this guy. And look, he can hold his new cape. This is his cape now. He has a cape.